Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Xavier, and I'm back again with another video. This is going to be a very special video because if you read the title, this past Saturday we had Chili from TLC turning 50. Now, today is the 50th birthday of legendary hip-hop artist and actor Clifford Smith Jr., better known by his rap name, the M.E.T.H.O.D. Man, M.E.T.H.O.D. Man, M.E.T.H.O.D. Man, M.E.T.H.O.D. Man. Yes, Method Man is now a half a century. I just can't believe it. He is a member of my favorite hip-hop group, the Wu-Tang Clan, and he is also one half of the hip-hop duo Method Man and Redman with his partner Redman. He took his stage name from the 1979 film Method Man. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Method Man is now 50 years old. Meth was born Clifford Smith Jr. in Hempstead, Long Island, New York on March 2nd, 1971. Not April Fool's Day, 1971. I don't know why. What is up with Wikipedia getting these celebrities' birthdays mixed up? For example, you guys remember Khalida Smith, aka Wanda from the Bernie Mac show. Wikipedia said her birthday is July 11th, but her birthday is January 15th. Wikipedia says Robert Roode's birthday is New Year's Day, but his birthday is May 11th. They said Keith Murray's birthday is September 13th, but is actually May 29th. And they said Method Man's birthday was April Fool's Day, but is actually March 2nd. What the hell was up with Wikipedia mixing up these celebrities' birthdays? So Meth was born on March 2nd, 1971 in Hempstead, Long Island, New York. Method Man divided his childhood between his father's Long Island's residence and his late mother's home in the Park Hills section of Clifton, Staten Island, New York, locally known as Killer Hill. Smith began playing lacrosse at a young age and continues to be a passionate supporter of the sport. He attended New Dorp High School, where he became friends with Remedy. As a Wu-Tang Clan member to hip-hop stardom, Method Man was always one of the most visible members of the collective. He was one of only two members to get a solo song on the group's debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. Between 1993 and 2015 or 2017, Method Man and the Wu-Tang released a lot of albums such as Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Forever, Iron Flag, The W, Diaphragms, and many more albums from Wu-Tang. On November 15, 1994, Meth released his solo debut album To Cow under Def Jam Records. He was the first member of Wu-Tang to release a solo project a year after they released their debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers. The album was a commercial and critical success, reaching number 4 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart. On January 18, 1995, the album was certified gold. 3 singles from the album include Bring the Pain, Release Your Death, and I'll Be There For You / You're All I Need to Get By. One of my favorite songs on the album has to be Meth vs. Chef with Raekwon. On November 17, 1998, Method Man released his second album to Cal 2000 Judgment Day. In 1995, Method Man and Redman released their first official single, How High. And years later, they made a movie named after the hit single, which will always be better than that shitty ass How High 2 from 2 years ago. Method Man also released the track The Riddler off the Batman Forever soundtrack, and he was featured on the song Got My Mind Made Up from Tupac's All Eyes on Me album. He also was close friends with the late great Notorious B.I.G. and was the only rapper featured on Biggie's Ready to Die album on the track The What. Yeah, Meth was one of those MCs that did songs with Biggie and Tupac when they were still alive. He was also featured in the song Hit 'Em High, the Monstars theme off the Space Jam soundtrack, with Busta Rhymes, Be Real, LL Cool J, and Coolio. On November 17, 1998, Meth released his second solo album to Cal 2000 Judgment Day. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart, selling 411,000 copies in its first week and was certified platinum. 2 singles include Breakups to Makeups featuring D'Angelo and Judgment Day. On September 28, 1999, Red and Meth released their first official album, Blackout. The album debuted at number 3 on the Billboard 200, selling 254,000 copies in its first week. And it debuted at number 1 on the top R&B/hip hop albums chart and was certified platinum. The 3 singles from the album include my sister's favorite song, You, The Rockwilder, and Tear It Off. Red and Meth would not release another album for the next 10 years. In his acting career, him and Redman started in the 2001 movie How High. Him and Redman made a guest appearance in season 4, episode 20 of the Jamie Foxx show, Jamie in the Middle, which is one of my favorite Jamie Foxx episodes. He also made a brief appearance in the 2002 movie Brown Sugar. He also appeared in other movies like My Baby's Daddy, Soul Plane, Scary Movie 3, The Whackness, Red Tails, The Sitter, the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back reboots. He also made TV appearances in the episode You Play Too Much on Martin. He also appeared in the HBO series The Wire and CSI Crime Scene Investigation on CBS. Him and Redman had their own short-lived television sitcom on Fox, Method and Red. They later disowned the series due to lack of creative control. And before the show even premiered, Meth told fans to not bother watching the Method and Red show. But I wanted to check it out anyway because I've been a big fan of Red and Meth forever. And anytime I watch the Method and Red show, I feel like that was the real How High 2 instead of that bullshit How High 2 they put out 2 years ago. I feel like the Method and Red show was the real How High 2. If you want to check out the Method and Red show, the first 9 out of the 13 episodes that were made are on YouTube. And I do watch them every now and then. On May 18, 2004, Meth released his third solo album, To Cal Zero, the prequel. The album debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 and was certified gold. 2 singles from the album, What's Happening featuring Busta Rhymes and The Show. To Cal Zero, the prequel is not one of Meth's worst albums, but not one of his best ones either. I feel like this album was such a disappointment. But either way, it was a good album, even though it wasn't that great and it wasn't that terrible. My favorite song off the album has to be my all-time favorite, Rodeo, featuring Ludacris. And of course, you guys know Sean Puff Daddy Combs was one of the executive producers off the album. On August 29, 2006, Meth released his 4th solo album, 421 The Day After. The album debuted at number 8 on the Billboard 200 and number 4 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart. The only single from the album is Say featuring Lauryn Hill. To be honest with you guys, I pretty much like 421 The Day After better than To Cal Zero, the prequel. Anyway, 421 The Day After was Meth's last album under Def Jam Records, and he would not release another album for the next 9 years. This album definitely had great producers such as Havoc from the infamous Mobb Deep, Eric Sermon, Kwame, Scott Storch, and of course, the RZA. After nearly 10 years of not releasing an album, Red and Meth finally released their second album, Blackout 2, on May 19, 2009, debuting at number 7 on the Billboard 200, selling 178,608 copies in the US. The 3 singles from Blackout 2 were Ayo featuring Socrates, Miss International featuring Eric Sermon, and City Lights featuring Bun B of UGK. On March 30th, 2010, Method Man released a collaboration album, Wu Massacre, with Raekwon, his fellow Wu-Tang members Raekwon and Ghostface. The album debuted at number 12 on the Billboard 200, selling 39,900 copies in its first week. This has to be one of the most underrated albums of 2010. Method Man, Raekwon, and Ghostface, Wu Massacre. Who never knew that these 3 would do an album together? I never knew that these 3 would do an album together. I hope they make another one. On August 21st, 2015, Meth released his 5th album, The Meth Lab, under Haynes On Music and Tommy Boy Entertainment. His first album since 421 The Day After. Many guest appearances on the album include Redman, Haynes On, Street Life, and fellow Wu-Tang members such as Raekwon, Inspector Deck, and Master Killer. This album debuted at number 6 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart and number 4 on the top rap albums chart and number 4 on the Billboard Independent Album chart and number 57 on the Billboard 200. On December 14, 2018, Meth released his 6th solo album, Meth Lab 2, The Lithium. It was scheduled to be released on November 13th, but it got pushed back to December 14th. Meth Lab Season 2, The Lithium, is a sequel to the first album, Meth Lab. The 2 singles from the album include Wildcats and Grandpics. The album features various guest performances including Redman, Noriega, Sheek Louch from The Lox, and Snoop Dogg. The album debuted at number 21 on the digital albums chart and number 20 on the US independent albums chart. Method Man has yet to release another collaboration album called Dirty P with Havoc from the infamous Mobb Deep. So, my thoughts about Method Man turning 50. Just like some of my other favorite celebrities, Meth don't look like his age. He damn sure is nowhere near looking 50. He still looks the same from when he first came out with Wu-Tang. Method Man still looks the same even though he's now 50. So, Method Man, I just want to thank you for everything that you've done in the hip-hop industry. If it wasn't for guys like you, none of the dumbass rappers would be in a rap game today. Method Man, to me, definitely deserves more credit. It's hard to believe that he's now in the 50s club. Method Man, 50 years old. I just can't believe it. But anyway, that wraps up my rant celebrating the 50th birthday of Method Man. Hard to believe that he's now 50. If you're new here, hit subscribe if you like the content and hit that notification bell for my next rant about one of my favorite celebrities in honor of their big birthdays. Give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Leave your comment down below. Leave a comment down below. What is your favorite Method Man song? Whether as a member of Wu-Tang, with Redman, or any of his songs as a solo artist. I was planning to come back to do a recap of last night's game between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Houston Rockets, but I changed my damn mind. All I can say is that the Rockets has lost their 12th straight game, falling to the Cavaliers 101-90. Their next game before the All-Star break is tomorrow, taking on James Harden and the Brooklyn Nets. My rant tomorrow is going to be celebrating the 40th birthday of one of my fellow Houston rappers, Lil Flip. If I have a chance tomorrow, because right now, I'm tired of this shit of the Rockets losing. They lost 12 straight already. They were on a 6-game winning streak until they lost their second game to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then they won another game against the Memphis Grizzlies. Then they started this losing streak again when they lost to the Spurs 111-106. So, with that being said, don't follow your dreams. Chase them. Peace. Hold on one second before I close out this video. One second. These three are the only Method Man albums that I have for now. So I'm going to close it out like this. Happy 50th birthday to Method Man.